The advent of global warming and other ecological concerns have heightened public awareness in environmental issues, which are now a major component in the strategies adopted by corporate South Africa. In 2000, Johannesburg's first executive mayor, Amos Masondo, appointed Sol Cowan with the responsibility of overseeing the regeneration of the inner city of Johannesburg. Today, Sol, together with his partner Greg Sloan, specialise in advising, designing and implementing energy-saving strategies and renewable energy solutions.
My mother comes from Poland, and during 1939, with her father and mother and her sister, they were forced to leave Poland. My father's history is he comes from the UK originally. They were entrepreneurs of great enormity. They started various businesses. So what I learned is you're able to take risk and failure, and we may have failure, but you pick yourself up. The second thing is whatever you make, whatever you earn, make certain that you give back, because that's really the art of what living is all about. It's, it cannot all be just pure selfishness. When people are in need, when others are in need, wherever possible, see how you can help as a human being. And I think those are the traits I learned from both my mother and father. I got involved with who is my partner today in a company. He runs a company called Metermate, and we formed a company called Absolute Energy Solutions. And as I was saying, prepaid electricity meters, there was no demand. Suddenly we realized, because of the functioning of council, as well as the price hikes that was coming through from Eskom because of various issues and load shedding, etc., suddenly property owners realized that in essence, for them to manage their buildings, they should have a better relationship with their tenants. And in order to have that better relationship, they started buying and managing the electricity through prepaid electricities. And that's where we came in.
What you find is in the inner city, your utility bill is quite a large component of your cost of accommodation. And your consumption in some flats and things is very high. And with a prepaid meter, the way that you consume electricity, you're able to budget, you're able to monitor your consumption, you can check instantaneously on the meter how many watts are actually going through the meter. So although it's not an energy-saving device, by looking at your consumption, you're able to budget, just as you do on a prepaid cell phone.
And then Greg, who has a passion for technologies, believed that the time was right for introducing new and green technologies. And that's where we got involved in what we called a joint venture with another company and another group of people to introduce heat pumps into buildings. So heat pumps work on the basis of heating up the water, but in a much more efficient manner than using normal geysers or central or electric elements. But the theory and the practicality is that once you put heat pumps and you spec it properly into a building to heat up the water for the tenants, there are huge savings. But on a conservative level, a heat pump in a building will save you at least 40 to 50% of your electricity bill. When I look at Absolute Energy, we don't sell product, we sell solutions. We provide solutions, we look for solutions. So some of our other solutions that we provide with one of our other joint venture partners is lighting for buildings, mainly the passages and the parking, what they call LED lighting, and linking that to sensors so that, movement sensors, so that the lights do not stay on the whole time, 24 hours a day. So these are the type of technologies that we look at and types of solutions that we can provide.
Solutions give you the whole answer. So you might find that you buy a product from a company and you install that, and it does its trick. It's saving electricity or saving water, whatever it might be, but you don't have a way of measuring if there's savings. And you might find that it saves in a certain way but doesn't provide savings to your whole solution as well, your whole consumption. So when you provide a solution, you try to provide a measurement method to prove that you're saving. And often this is required from a point of view, maybe if it's an ESCOM project, you need to prove that there's savings. Or if it's from an investor point of view, to now increase the capacity of the system or improve the system, you need this measurement and verification. So a solution to a whole problem gives you a holistic solution, I guess.
When you see people like Elon Musk and various other players looking at the world differently and trying to find solutions on how the world should function, and in that whole environment has to be green technology, has to be technology such as photovoltaics, which uses the sun to produce electricity, has to be desalinization of water, because there's such a shortage of water in countries like South Africa and various other countries. And that, because of people like my partner, Greg, that was always looking at out of the box, and never confined to the narrow space. That's what's that is how I've been instilled, or the passion has, and obviously making something work from nothing.
Sol's a very passionate person. He is very enthusiastic about certain initiatives, and he's straight down the line. He'll tell you yay or nay. And contributed a lot to Joburg in terms of the environment, the upgrading of the city. If you drive around with Sol in the car, he's always looking at a traffic light that's out, or a hole that's in the pavement, or water leaking here or there. And although he's not part of the council now, he still has the connections that he can report things to. So it's effectively beyond the call of duty, because it's no longer his duty, but he still does it.
Derech Eretz, or ethics. In essence, it's about how we conduct ourselves with our fellow human beings. But it goes more than that. People put you into positions of power. There's two ways of playing it. Either you play it straight, with no hidden agendas, or you join some of the other clan, where it's not about the people, it's not about your goal of serving, but it's your goal of self-aggrandization and self-serving. And it's the same in business, Obviously there's a profit motive. I mean, that's what makes businesses survive. But it becomes more than that. It's your passion for what you're doing, and it's also how you handle people.